What's up, gamers? You got TigerChainsaw. Before I get this started, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever played a game where right from the start you kind of realize that this game was not made for the current system that you're playing it on? Whether that's because the control scheme is way too complicated or sophisticated, or whether the graphics and the frame rate are just way too slow, and it could have been a lot better on a different console. If you guys are any good at premonitions, you guys realize I am talking about the Riftbreaker on the PS5, but I'll get into those details in just a little bit. But I want to hear from you guys if you guys have ever experienced a game like that. If you have, let me know in the comments below what game that was and what console you were playing it on. Now, if you are a first-time viewer on this channel, or if you just haven't yet, make sure you hit that sub button because I've got tons of game reviews on this channel, ranging all the way from the 80s to, yes, the PS5, like the Riftbreaker that I am going to be reviewing shortly. So go ahead and hit that sub button so you don't miss any game reviews. All right, let's jump into our mech and jump into this, the Riftbreaker review. Developed and published by Exor Studios and released in October of 2021, the Riftbreaker for the PS5 is described as a base-building survival game with action RPG elements. It's got a lot going on, and that's both a blessing and a curse for this game. Let's jump into our rig and get ready for wave after wave after wave of enemies, because we are about to begin our Riftbreaker review. Starting with the plot, but be warned, spoilers are ahead. Humanity is on the verge of being destroyed, or at least destroying the planet that we live on. Earth is in shambles, and we've ransacked all the resources from it, polluted it, and done whatever else we can do to screw up the planet. So humanity needs a new home. We'll be taking control of Ashley, who is on a mission to find a new planet that humans can colonize. Now, this mission is a bit dangerous, and because of that, Ashley will be accompanied by her robot friend, who essentially acts as her rig mech suit. This cheery robot is named Mr. Riggs, and he will be your best friend and AI companion throughout your journey. Ashley and Mr. Riggs have found a potential home for humanity with the planet of Galaxy 37, which is still located within the Milky Way galaxy. After being sent to this planet to investigate, Ashley and Mr. Riggs discover that humans could potentially live here, but it's in fact very dangerous, being filled with wildlife that will kill you 100 different ways. But hey, we're not quitters. The two of them work in unison to try and tame the planet and start a mini colony to save humanity. This means that Ashley and Mr. Riggs will be doing a lot of base building and setting up preventative defenses around the area to stop the wildlife from destroying the bases. If Ashley and Mr. Riggs can build out a solid base and keep it safe, then they can build a portal and have the humans start populating this planet. This is where your work throughout the game pays off. Or doesn't, as there are two different endings. In the first ending, Ashley and Mr. Riggs activate the Rift portal, signaling to Earth that humans can begin to come to the planet and start living there. This means that the base is secured, the portal is stabilized, and the Rift is activated. With the second ending, you can basically say, screw humanity, and destroy the portal so humans won't invade the new planet. If this happens, you get the ideology that humans are destructive and just ruin the environment wherever we go. Ashley stays behind on the planet with Mr. Riggs with the goal of cultivating resources instead of mining them, so Galaxy 37 would remain unharmed. She later goes on to stop shaving her legs and armpits and marries Mr. Riggs, where they have humanoid babies together. Okay, so that last part doesn't happen, but I was just kind of guessing based off that second ending that was the next step with Ashley and Mr. Riggs. Hey, before I get this gameplay section started, I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. How many buttons does the PS5 controller have? Now, I didn't count exactly, but I'm guessing around 16 buttons. How many fingers do we have? Let's see. I've got 10 total, so 16 buttons and 10 fingers for our control scheme. How is this gonna work out with the Riftbreaker? Let's find out. Oh my God, this game is so hard. It's honestly one of the toughest games I've played from this generation due to a variety of reasons, but let's start with the most frustrating one and one that I don't really think can be fixed. The Riftbreaker is perfect for PC gamers with a keyboard and a mouse. Unfortunately, I played this on the PS5 and wow, it was not optimized for controls. The biggest issue is that there are a million commands, and with this comes the need for quick reactions, fast planning, and thinking on your feet, or I guess in this case your fingers. I can only do so much damage control with the PS5 controller. This may very well be a great game on the PC, but on the PS5 it was a nightmare to play due to the sheer difficulty of inputting commands. The difficulty curve on this game is wild. It starts off as brutally hard only to transform into suicidal within the first hour. Literally, the first note I wrote on this game was, quote, Jesus fucking Christ, this game is hard. Now for all of those who just say turn down the difficulty to easy, I did. After about 5 hours of being baptized in the fire, I changed the difficulty to easy. However, I was still getting crushed, but I did like that they gave you some options on how to scale the portions of the gameplay on the easier side, but overall, this game is simply not made for the PS5. For my playthrough, I did indeed play on easy, but the difficulty wasn't the only thing that really bothered me. I thought the graphics were kinda lame for the PS5, and yes, I know this was a very early game in the library, but it just didn't feel optimized. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay and what you'll be doing in the Riftbreaker. As stated, this is a base building game, but RPG elements are also in this game, so that essentially just means that you can improve your skills and the quality of your equipment. During the missions, you will be tasked with mining different resources, holding off waves of wildlife, establishing new settlements, or building something within the base, like a satellite. On the surface level, all of this is fun to do, and I thought the missions had a good variety, but the simple fact is that there are just so many enemy waves. It's literally that simple. The waves of enemies wreak havoc on your base, minute after minute. This is where the control issues come into play. It's tough to command Ashley and Mr. Riggs to do things between the waves of enemies. Using a mouse would have gone a long way, but I stuck with the controller and it just wasn't an intuitive experience for the player. It was difficult to drag the selected areas or highlight what you want to control. On top of that, the enemies continued to come crashing into your defenses, and everything needed to be tweaked or fixed after every wave. It was just an overwhelming mess. Kinda like I am at Asian massage parlors. Now I've been trashing this game a lot, but I will talk about my favorite portions, and they were just walking around outside of the base with Mr. Riggs and laying waste to the wildlife. It felt good to be on the attack instead of always being on the defensive side. Mr. Riggs had some cool weapons, and it was always satisfying to blow up the enemies or melee them. Exploring, to me, was the best part of this game, but you couldn't explore too far because whenever you did, there was a new wave of enemies attacking your base. My review score comes down to two very simple things. The Riftbreaker should have never been brought to the PS5 with how much input it needs from the player with just a PS5 controller. A keyboard and a mouse is the only way to play this game. The other massive issue is the sheer difficulty of the enemies. They invade your base minute after minute, and I'm not just talking about one or two enemies. You'll get over 20 at times. The Riftbreaker may be a great game on the PC. If it is, play it there, not the PS5. And because of these huge issues, the Riftbreaker is getting a 5.5 out of 10, making it a very questionable game. I really wanted to love this game because base building and tower defense and exploration, mining, resources, all of that stuff I enjoy, but I enjoy it on the PC. So I thought I could get away with one and play it on the PS5, but man, that was a big mistake. So guys, if you want to play this game, play it on the PC. And again, I'm not ripping the developers of this game. I just want to say the PS5 is not the way to play this game. Go play it on the PC. Now, I want to hear from you gamers that have played this game. Do you disagree with me? Do you love this game on your PS5? Do you have 45 fingers and 100 buttons on your PS5 controller to play this game? Let me know in the comments below. Or again, tell me about a game that you think is way better on PC than on a console. While you are typing away your furious, angry comments about just how much you love this game, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to this channel because I've got tons of game reviews on this channel. In fact, I just released a glowing review of Overcooked 2 on the PS4. So if you want a game that is a lot of fun, go check out that review. Gamers, thank you for watching and make sure you play a video game today.